I think there's
surprised nobody said Dragon Ball yet.
Dragon Ball's good.
Well, we said Western, not anime.
Western. I feel like
asking like what's an artistic looking tune with story and visuals that tell the story.
I think for a comedy, it doesn't even have to look amazing. It just needs to fit the comedy style. Like South Park works perfectly well with the comedic pacing. Like the comedic pacing is snappy, the animation, it's snapping. The animation is snappy.
Ask the question again.
Which cartoon do you guys personally feel has the best balance of engaging story and visuals?
The Triplets of Belleville.
Agreed.
That was great.
There you go.
That was great.
There you go. Perfect.
That was really great.
Perfect.
That's my answer.
I think people were probably expecting something like that, and Studio Ghibli's, and
you know what? I respect the guy, but all
away.
his movies are kind of the same. I mean, you gotta come on.
Yeah, there's like a fish person and a little kid who.
I hated Puño.
Oh yeah, I hate Ponyo.
That's the one I'm actually specifically.
I liked it. Okay, it just
Ponyo
ended
sucked.
like really.
It was cute, but it was
Ponyo with fishy.
all it was just like like a fish daughter eating ham and me enjoying it, and then showing her fish dad and ham is good. And
Yo, that ramen looked delicious. Also,
did.
all your cartoons are all butts and nigger
hold
jumps,
on.
Corey. You can't crack on anybody.
You literally just fucking said, to be honest, Ghibli's films are all the same.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, well, and you know
It's
what?
great. Yeah.
I will
And I
say
did like
this.
Howl's Moving Castle.
I will say Ghibli's food looks amazing in all of his fucking things.
If he didn't have food in his movies, would we like them as much? Answer, no.
No, the food makes it. Like you see the food, you're like, all right, I'm hungry.
5 out of 5.
Puño's ham looked delicious.
Spirit is
You could think of
That's
that.
your review. I would love to see that review on Rotten Tomatoes. The ham looked delicious.
The movie was shit.
Gray Silver asks, you have been hired to create your own show. You have complete creative liberties. 5-year-old demographic.
Yes.
What would your show be about? You know what,
that's a
first
good
of
one.
all,
That's a really good one.
It is, but I mean, I can't. Okay, I'll let you guys answer because I'm.
I'd say multicolored, well, I'm gonna call them tubbies because they're fat. And they have little TVs in this.
Oh, and like little
Teletubbies.
dicks on their heads?
I'll say that.
I'm gonna make a show where it's like a group of guys all wearing.
Is that a roundabout way of saying how can we make things that are socially acceptable or
For 2 to 5, yeah, I guess so. You have complete control, I guess, but the audience is 2 to 5 years old. What would you possibly do a show
something
about?
with a lot of flashing colors? Next
Yeah,
question.
I want to have a group of guys eating fruit loudly in front of the video, so that you're watching.
It's literally cool. It's a live action guy. It's a live action video. Like 4 disgusting over.
No, and they're
man
not
eating
disgusting.
fruit, moaning.
They're some are disgusting, but some are fit, and they're just eating food, chewing
One
against
fucking
the
croaks halfway through. He just dies. They all start laughing.
No,
Spill
that's
fruit
that's
at him,
what
too.
it is.
I would do a.
They eat food and then they leave when it's done.
Now the question is, this is for your own, because if it was just for the sake of money, I'd basically just create a Ray William Johnson show where I featured Minecraft Let's Players and 2 to 5 year olds.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Oh no, I know.
2 to 5 year.
It's $1 billion industry.
I think you're misconstruing what a 5-year-old is.
Oh, no,
Here's
no,
what
no.
5-year-olds like.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I go beyond that.
As far as
Next
I'm
question,
concerned, that's
God.
I'll tell you what. I wanted to write a kid for a long time about a boy with a long pinky, and the moral of the story was everyone called him a freak, especially this one kid in class. He made fun of his long pinky, but one day that kid chokes on something.
His pinky.
No. He chokes on the bully chokes on food.
And he uses his pinky to dig it out.
No, he points at him and laughs at him. He could use it to help him at the end. And that's the moral, my friends.
Somehow I feel like these are more like our cartoons than 40-year-old
Is it a pop-up book with a pinky?
Yeah,
You know what?
Comes at you and fucking
So
pokes you
if I could honestly make a show for kids 2 to 5, this is what I would honestly do. I would do the show would be whatever the normal length is, and it would just be other kids from other countries. I'm talking all over the world: Saudi Arabia, China, Japan,
Yeah, Saudi Arabia,
everywhere, and
yeah.
it's just other kids just playing. That's it. And that's what other kids would watch other kids do. Other kids
There's
from
a
other
little Saudi
countries
Arabian
playing.
kid.
I would have a
It's
show
like kids in Kenya playing soccer.
Exactly.
And stuff.
So you're sitting like there's these, American kids watching television, or they're in China or whatever, and
Why
it's for
4
their
to
kids,
5?
and they're watching other kids play, how they would play in
Why
their
4 to
country.
5?
The dude that asked that question, that's a really specific age range.
I know.
Is he?
I think he's scoping out for ideas.
I think he's
sorry.
going out for children.
What do
4 to
kids
5?
like?
4 to 5, you can
Give us some
literally
tips.
just
I like them to laugh.
you can hit pods together and like show like a pod getting hit, and fucking kids will watch that.
Yeah.
You don't need effort. You can just go to your fucking kitchen. You can go in your room. You can fucking spray Windex. And
I'm trying to create a show
Again,
that helps
key,
kids.
jingle.
I'm trying trying to help. I'm trying to create a show that actually has a positive message.
Look, they already exist. Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer, Chowder. Keep going.
Think outside the box!
Wait, Stepper and I watched a cartoon on Netflix of The Office once. You remember that? And it was like basically like they just had like a coloring book. That
I
was
was
the
there.
Crayon one.
The
Crayon one, dude.
We watched that for like 4 hours.
It was the same animation. It was
You
the
can always
same
tell.
one. It was the same plot. It was a crayon who would come in and he would like get really egotistical and start fucking coloring the trees green, which is right. But then he would start coloring the sky and the fucking sun, and then the yellow crayon come out and be like,
No, yeah,
asshole, and then
every
he would
episode
start
had that same
coloring.
thing.
Yeah, what?
You color something wrong, and then the right color will come out and go no.
What? Wait, so is this like a conformist show where like you
Yeah.
have to be
It's like,
within
no,
your
the
lines?
three sides.
And there was an interactive thing where all the crayons lined up,
Yeah.
and then it would always be the second to the last crayon.
Yeah,
And then me and Steph
crazy.
and Zach were starting taking bets on what crayon would be next. We were like, no, dude, black is coming next.
I'm
Bill was
telling you
like, no
right
way.
now,
Figure it out,
it
dude.
was a bullshit show. It fooled the audience.
I don't even remember what it was called. Next question.
I would do a show like Mr. Rogers.
Crayons.
I would
Crayola.
wait long enough in the show where the parents leave and I go up to the camera like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. You die, motherfucker. And I go back to whatever I'm doing.
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
gonna take my slippers off. You wanna take your slippers off too?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. No, it's like one of those call and response shows. It's like, all right, now we take off our pants.
I do a game
My
show
cock, you
for
wanna see my cock?
5-year-olds.
Okay.
You're
What's
a
that?
big boy. Take your pants off.
I do a game show for them.
Yeah.
Where there's a big, huge pool of spaghetti. They have to swim to the other side to get their prize.
And you have one obese man dressed as a spaghetti shark grabbing kids and pulling them down, trying to suffocate them.
Spaghetti shark.
You have a guy in a dress up and fucking throwing meatballs and laughing and trying to hit the kids and make them.
Is it like spaghetti after you just cooked it in the water
it's like
so you can
a-
swim through it?
it's
Or
like
is it
fridge-
it's the
spaghetti?
boiling
that's
spaghetti
it's
that
like
has
fridge
the bubbles
spaghetti.
coming out.
It's got like the sauce in it already.
Yeah,
got the sauce in it.
It's like
Kids, this
SpaghettiOs,
kid-
dude.
They have to swim through the cold cooked spaghetti to get to the actual cooked
Yeah.
spaghetti.
Are you disqualified if you eat some
Yeah,
of
you-
it
if you eat it,
as
you-
you go?
If you eat it, you die, and the old man
Yeah, it
fucks
has
you.
chloroform in it.
And short man has to fuck you.
For a 5-year-old?
So you have 4-year-olds trying to eat it and fucking suffocating in the soup before
They
you
take a big
start.
spatula, they whack you in the head with it if you eat the spaghetti. They fucking give you brain damage.
So the fat guy
Yeah.
pelting everybody, laughing like
They
an
have a guy
asshole.
come spray with water.
Why
on
did
a
they make
cat.
spaghetti with
What's it
spatula?
called?
It's creative, alright?
What's it called? Spaghetti Eddie and Fun Hour?
Betty Spaghetti's Pool of Madness.
There you go. It's great.
Spaghetti the Yeti's the host.
Wasn't
Yeti screams.
Gooseberry Brothers a kid show?
Oh, the Gooseberry Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Not really. They were in like the apocalypse, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh.
They were just Christian
The
people.
host could be a Yeti, and you can call it Spaghetti Yeti.
We already did
the whole
it.
time.
He's been our character for like 4 years.
They actually do have that.
We had a
What?
character called Spaghetti the Yeti and Betty the Yeti and
Yeah,
Confetti the Yeti.
if you look at the Helper's Christmas, that's Yeti's name is Spaghetti the Yeti. That's what he's credited as. We have a whole backstory for that guy. So stay tuned for that, folks.
Yeah, I got a pony named One Trick too. Oh!
Fuck you!
Oh, speaking of, my Sunday Drive asks if you could send a letter to your past self, what would it say?
Don't start Sleepy Cabin.
He's not gonna
It's a
take
long
the
letter.
name. He's gonna get this letter.
TLDR, you just toss in the mail.
Sleepy Cabin doesn't
You know
even
what's funny? If
exist.
Stanford ever sent himself with a letter in the mail, it wouldn't matter because he's tossing the garbage anyway.
Damn, dude.
Nice, dude.
I
Yeah.
pay my bills.
How come like fit people always have the smelliest farts?
I'm not fit,
Because they eat more protein.
but I ate a bunch of ribs
Oh,
that looks.
and
Hey,
pig
so
ears.
sending a letter to our past selves, I would say.
you're a faggot.
I would say look behind you. Period.
You know what? My letter would say maintain your composure. That's all it would say.
I would just fuck with him. I'd be like, go to this address at exactly 12 o'clock at night. Carry a gun.
You
Make
have
sure have a
the
life.
amazing ability to send a letter to your past self, and you're gonna like play a prank on him.
It's genius.
But your future self will turn into a nervous faggot if you
No, it
do
would be a
that.
different timeline. Doesn't matter.
If it's a different timeline, yeah, I do
Yeah,
the same. I
yeah,
fuck them
Exactly.
too.
I take it to the Hills Have Eyes
Simple
cabin.
contract.
Take
Or
it to
you
the-
have all the opportunity in the world, and you're the kind of guy that would like give him a can of green beans and say, "Hide this."
hide this
Very
very
the information will follow.
Yeah.
Just to fuck with him.
Yeah.
To fuck with you.
I'd send back a lotto number, a winning lotto number of that week. I wouldn't want a butterfly effect on the lotto number, so I'd have to do it for that specific week that I got there. That's all.
That's good.
Very, very.
You're like Biff from fucking Back to the Future, dude.
Yes.
You're gonna use
Biff,
your
dude.
power to
selfish.
get rich real
Correct.
quick.
And then I'd take all that money and make cartoons.
I would say-
and
I would-
make a TV show for 2 to 5 year old
I would
kids.
tell myself nice tits and I'd get
Nice
really
tits.
sad. My past self would open it up and look at it, get really depressed, and then close the lid
I
and throw
send
it
back a
away.
picture of me so that he is motivated to not look like me.
I feel like just
Like you in
smiling.
14 years.
I would take a picture of my cock and be like, mine's bigger, dude.
send a picture of myself blowing another dude and be like, "This is your future."
10 years, smiley face.
I would give him like a portfolio of all the art I've drawn now and be like, get ready, because you have to do that now. It's a heads up.
But you wouldn't,
No,
because you
what you
already
need to
have it.
say is, "Be better than this."
Yeah. And then he would send me a card back, and he'd be like, can you give me lessons? And then I would send him a letter back, and he'd be my personal paper.
Would you fuck Corey?
What
So
do
you're
call
like
it?
training old you to do things?
I give him tips. I
And it'll
teach
take him like
things.
it'll take him that same amount of time
Corey,
to
be
get to your
honest,
level.
would you fuck past Corey if he was down for it?
Yeah, I put anthrax in the envelopes when he opens it, hits him right in the face, and he.
Yo, mine would be a bullet list. It would say, number 1, don't trust women. Number 2, learn how to cook. Number 3, do you know how to change a tire? You need to. It would just go down like that. It would just be like life knowledge.
You don't know what
He's gonna think he got
This is all the shit that you tell yourself now, though. You don't need to send a letter to your past. You just do it right now.
I know, but I know that already.
Oh,
through
I see.
trial
So
and
you
error.
wouldn't have to deal with all that. Now, listen, if you did get a
I
letter...
walked over the coals. I
But
understand
if
that.
you got that letter, it's like that parent thing where the parents try to give you advice, like you should brush your teeth and floss your teeth so
And
your
do
teeth
your
don't fall
taxes.
out, blah, blah, blah. But then it takes you experiencing it for you to actually let it sink in.
Right,
So
you
if
get
you
your
got a
first
letter
girlfriend
from...
and
Right, so if you got a letter from yourself telling you to do all of these things, wouldn't you just read the letter and be like, yeah, fuck you?
I have
So
a
what you need
serious
to do is
question.
give them something cryptic that they could actually figure out. Like, you can't give them blunt knowledge or
Yeah.
I have a
realistic
serious-
advice because nobody's ever going to take that.
Yeah.
So you have to give them a puzzle piece to figure out later.
That or a cam. If I saw my face telling me that, I'd probably believe it.
I
If I just
have
got a letter.
a serious question. If you were to case a fart in a container and send it back to him, would it smell? Because
mean
it's
like in a
going back
ball
in
jar?
time. No, it's going back in time.
Is it like a box, Corey?
Absolutely, it would still smell. It's not like you can come in a jar, set it back, and then it gets sucked back into your dick.
How do you know?
Well, you're right.
Oh, so like
Technically,
the fumes
time
aren't
goes
dissipating
forward.
in the future.
No, this is the past. So
Right,
if you
so-
fart and go in the past.
I'll tell you what, Corey. Because only a certain amount of particles can exist in that universe, so it'd suck a fart at someone else's ass. You'd kill someone else, Corey. You'd deprive them of their fart.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's figured that out yet because if you're intelligent enough to create time travel, the first thing you're gonna do is not
Fart, the
and
fucking
then hope
envelope.
that it goes back to.
You don't know me very well.
Corey, you fart inside of it, like write what you wrote on the box. You say like,
Be like,
three beads of hair.
does it
You go,
smell?
"What
And they
does that
send it
mean?"
back to me and be like, it smells like a new, like a. Like
The thing that he said,
wet
just
fart.
say like ribs and beans. He's like, what does this mean? He opens up. Fuck, dude.
Put a note on the top that says "Don't open until right now."
Open immediately.
No, but I mean, like, it sounds like I'm being like silly, but no, I'm actually serious. Like, technically, would it be a fresh fart, or would it be a fart that's like, you know, it's become
doesn't
a little
exist
red?
yet.
I feel like if you send anything back in time,
Oh yeah, the fart didn't exist yet.
Yeah,
so maybe they
technically.
open the box and it's not even in there.
Yeah,
No,
and he
I-
sends it back.
The
he's
letter
like,
wouldn't be.
smells
Then the
like-
box wouldn't
yeah,
be
but the
there.
letter would
Corey,
be
where
there.
you fuck up time, you look at a picture of your fart in your wallet. It says fading away, Corey. You gotta go back and save it.
Can I go back and save my last fart?
There's like a little green cloud and it keeps fading away. Yeah.
Earth Angel. Angel.
I drop his cell phone in so he can call me. I'll give him. He'll have my plan since it's me.
What would you say to him? Would you be like, you're gonna die in 7 days? What would you say to him?
I don't think cell phone towers would exist either.
Depends on how far back, actually.
Yeah. What if it's in the exact same area and I have the same plan?
You haven't moved from the Newgrounds office. You're still working at that desk. 30
No,
years.
the plan, like the same, like
He's saying the
phone
same-
plan.
Maybe
Phone plan.
time travel is reserved for people that are just stuck in this constant lifestyle for like 15 years.
Yeah.
You can go back.
You think?
Oh,
you,
yeah,
don't,
you can just-
you don't think time trial is for the people who just want to experiment and fuck with people all day?
I would fuck with somebody if I had time travel.
You would think when time travel was discovered, they would do all that stuff. Like, you know how we do things on rats to test like chemicals and shit.
Corey, what would you honestly
Could be doing it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. What's interesting about time travel is if they created that machine, it could be happening right now.
Yeah.
Corey, what would you do honestly? Is there any big world event that you'd go back to see or change? Like, would you be like, yo, JFK, duck? Would you go back in time and like change anything? Seriously, a big world event. Would you kill Hitler, Corey?
I would. That would be cool to let JFK live somehow.
What would you,
Appear in
Corey,
the
what would
car
you
and
say?
cut JFK's
Corey,
head
Corey,
down.
You know, if you actually did that, then life would just go on, and we'd just have JFK as president for.
Corey,
We'll find out he really was-
Corey, teleport right now. You're
His
on.
last
Corey,
year
right
was-
there. JFK's
It's not like he was
coming
Jesus.
around.
It's not like he was going to do amazing things if he didn't get shot. He was just a president.
How
that
did
got
you know?
shot.
I stopped time and Jesus comes out of his mouth. Like he fucking comes out and he's there. He's like, People were going to invent time machines. They were going to save me, and you are the chosen one.
If you kill Hitler,
you're probably not
next
going to be
Corey, one last question. How would you kill Hitler, Corey? You could kill Hitler. Corey, you have like 5 minutes, 1 minute, 60 seconds alone with 10-year-old Hitler. He's 10 years old.
I'd let him live. I figured we
10 years old?
10 years old Hitler is just he's kicking a rock, kind of giggling to himself.
He's alone?
He's playing stickball,
Yeah.
kick the can, old games, old couples.
Ball in a cup.
Corey, let me make it awkward for you, right?
Ball in the cup.
Corey, he's in his room alone. He's kind of playing with his balls. You don't want to interrupt him. You don't want to be a freakazoid, right? Do you go in?
Yeah, I go in with the Halloween mask we have now and fucking scare the shit out of him.
What'd you
and I'd be
say?
like, if you kill any Jews, I'm gonna come back again.
But then
Don't kill any Jews.
But then he'll be like, a fucking Jew came in and fucked with me. I'm going to kill them all, and you cause it.
No, I would be like, I'm the ghost of German past or future, and I'd go, ah, and fucking scare him.
I wouldn't kill Hitler because then he probably won't be born. 'Cause
Problem
how many
solved.
people did he?
If you were like, if you fucking kicked the door in with one of our scary Halloween masks, and you were like, ah, don't kill anybody.
Or if you kill Hitler,
All you have to
Jump
do is
out
say, I am King Jew. Don't fuck with us.
if you kill Hitler, then your mom would be
Corey,
like,
what do you mean you
Jewish.
kicked the fucking door and screamed at him? Why did he go and stop anything he did at any point?
He's probably doing something not that important, so his
he would
attention
still kill
immediately
Jews and
go-
Still kill
And
Jews.
then,
Dude, he'd be like, by the way, kill 5 million Jews. Did I ever tell you the time that some guy kicked in my door?
Yeah,
I just wanted to kill Jews more, dude. It made me even angrier.
This is
It made
what
me
you
kill
do.
Jews faster.
You run in and you cut off his nose, and then no one will take him seriously.
I felt like I needed to kill
Yeah, he
Jews
feel like he
faster before
couldn't see Kyle if he was covering his
Yeah.
face up the whole
He has a
time.
big nose hole.
Like, what's on your head? Nothing, dude. It's
Everyone
fine.
thinks
Don't worry
it's
about it.
Shave his mustache
He
off.
wouldn't have the confidence that made him
He's
so
gonna
big.
kill him.
He would kill the Jews to try and find like the Halloween masked man. It could happen. Next question.
Oh god, sorry, next question.
All right, ding, ding, ding. We've got.
You're tired of Hitler things, and then you brought it up again.
Corey, how he didn't kill Hitler?
All right, guys. We've got to the point where we're gonna have to get into the lightning round.
Lightning round.
Here we go. Cool Square
Who wants to
asks.
be a millionaire?
Yeah, what? Cool Square asks, if you could change one thing about yourselves, what would it be? Go.
Wouldn't be gay.
Step would be gay.
I would get healthier and find a good coke dealer in the neighborhood.
I'd lose my goblin body.
Same. Next question.
I'd stop drinking. I would stop drinking.
All of us would be prettier.
Yeah.
You should keep
More
drinking,
attractive.
but
Yo, I'm beautiful. Speak for
you
yourself.
should
I'm
keep
fucking
drinking,
handsome
but
as
slow
shit.
down the
Whatever,
smoke.
Goblor.
No.
All right, next. Wasted Youth 89 asks, have you ever viewed some new technology or fad as stupid, and if it became popular later, did you ever change your mind
Yeah,
about it?
HD.
You thought HD was
I
stupid?
thought HD was gross. I used to be like, I hate all the details.
I still like that with 60 FPS.
But now I'm like, I want all
I
the
thought
pixels.
Oculus Rift was a fucking sham, but I used
Yeah,
it.
that
I
too.
was like, holy shit.
I thought iPads were literally the biggest joke I had ever seen. I still think they're kind of a joke, but I've actually found a ton of actual uses for it, so I can't shit on it.
I thought iPhones were stupid.
I thought curved monitors and curved TVs
Yeah.
were a crock
And
of shit,
phones
but
too.
truthfully,
Curved
they're
phones
nice.
too.
The curved phones, I don't see the point in that though, because they're so small that you're not gonna get them
iPhones are
hurt.
great too.
Well, no, the
Music,
point of a curved
like
phone is
how,
to, is to avoid their light
like when you have an
reflection.
iPhone, like how organized everything is.
Just
I was
organized.
also against real dolls until I fucked one for the first time. It was great. What?
Did you fuck one?
Yeah, it was great. It was
Awesome.
wonderful.
Did they have to throw that out there?
did?
Like, that's like $6,000. Shit.
Yep,
She's hiding under my bed right now.
Sir Dingleberries asks, will season 2
Where did he fuck a real doll?
bring about a cast change that completely changes the flow and tone of the podcast in an attempt to appeal to a wider audience?
Yes,
Which in
that's
turn
what-
kills the podcast ratings and leads to its cancellation?
Yes,
Next
yeah, I believe
question,
it.
yep.
All right.
Okay.
Must Resist Fab asks, something positive. What have been some of your favorite or most memorable interactions with fans? Not sure if this has already been answered before. I already know it's when people were giving us booze on stage at any of the conventions.
Any convention.
Yeah, free alcohol and free food.
I know it's a lightning round, but I have a really good one. I don't know if I ever said this on.
Then you better make it lightning fast.
I'll try. Okay, so we just got out. It was MacFest, and then we got out and we were signing autographs outside the place. And then this little blonde-headed kid walks up to me through the crowd when I was signing everything, and he hands me a notepad and says, "Can you sign this?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, man." And I signed it, and he was like, "Thanks, Dad." And then he like panicked, and then he just walked away. And then I signed a couple other things, and I was like, yo, that kid just called me Dad? And there was complete silence the whole time. Like, nobody knew what was going on, and I didn't know what was going on. And then I signed a couple more things, and I was like, that kid just called me Dad? And I was like, I heard that too. Is that your son? And I was like, no. He just walked up and it was like the biggest.
How old was he,
Freudian
Stamper?
Dude, have you ever seen a movie called Bad Santa?
Yeah,
He looked exactly like the little blonde kid in Bad Santa. He came
You
up.
broke up through then. That's the relationship you have with this kid.
And,
Yeah.
you know, he was just this little kid. And he came up and he called me dad. And
You know what it is?
The look on his face was fucking hilarious when he realized what he said, and then he just waddled away.
It's exactly like
That's so fucked up because he's probably
This is a
listening.
MagFest.
Stamper, how old was the kid though?
I'd say like maybe 12,
The hell are you?
12,
You know where he's
14.
going. You know where he's going. No, how old are you?
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Hey,
It's possible
That what?
that he's a little baby boy.
I never fucked a blonde chick
He's
before.
Stamper
It's
Jr.
impossible.
She could have dyed her hair, Stamper, you know.
At the same time, I don't use condoms, so maybe so. That was one. That was a good.
Mine is just signing that guy's ass at MagFest.
I did that too, and I got in trouble. But that one time, the guy bought me a pizza during the panel.
I remember. And then you said that really smart thing.
Then I offered everyone a slice.
That was literally the perfect way to create a trampling
Chaos,
situation
absolute
to
fucking
just
chaos.
murder your entire audience. Everybody come up at the same time to get a slice of pizza.
It was worth it. Everyone got free pizza.
300 people
Did you even get it?
literally
I got a
converging
slice.
on themselves.
We tend to sign asses and titties and butts all the time, but you know, mine was like a slice of human life.
Yes.
There's always like these things that you don't even expect. Like you always expect the worst, but then like the one thing that comes up just out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's hard
It
to-
always kind of catches.
Yeah.
It's like it T-bones you out of nowhere.
One thing you would never think of yourself, it just happened. to you.
One thing that did T-bone me a little bit that was easily one of them was just recently at Too Many Games before we did our panel. It was the first time I actually recall seeing like a whole room of people standing in line. And I even asked, I was like, what is this for? And they're like, dude, it's for the Sleepy Cabin panel. And I was like, oh fuck.
Surprise!
So I like took all these pictures of it. And it wasn't like, it wasn't like 1,000 people, but it was just, I don't know, it was just really...
Have you ever been in a position where you talk to somebody before a panel and they're like treating you like shit the whole time, and you're like, so where are you guys going? And it's like, we're going to the Sleepy Cabin panel, but they don't know who you are. Question.
Right. Heber Macaroni asks, do your parents know about Sleepy Cabin? If so, what was their reaction to discovering it?
My parents have seen quite literally everything I have ever made. They've listened to all my music, they've seen all my cartoons, and they respect me to the ends of the earth.
My parents also
and I
have
respect
seen-
them. The end.
What he
my,
said.
my parents have said, they've also done, and then my mom was curious about my tattoo, and I think her full reaction was, oh, and that was it.
What, really? Mine, anytime I talk to her, she's like, I hope you're doing appropriate stuff, because that stuff follows you to jobs and stuff. I was like, whatever, Mom, that's it.
That's right to the top, bitch. Next.
Did you say speak for yourself, Mom?
Damn, dude.
Yeah, man.
My mom and dad like the stuff I do. Except
Like
for
they're
the
like your
podcast.
parents are fucking gods. I mean, give me a break, man. They're just people.
Exactly. I don't want to end up, that's kind of mean, but it's true.
Oh my god.
Just
I like how
finish
you
that
just
thought.
cut that off
Finish
like
that
that.
thought.
Oh, you, Corey.
Nope, next question.
All right, done.
Lightning!
We can edit it all again.
I know, but we need cool things like lightning!
Next. Packages 33's on. Congrats on 30 episodes and all that stuff. Question: what hobbies do you have outside of drawing? Jacking off,
Oh, of course.
games,
Photography,
voicing.
piano.
I do what I do because I like what I do. I like making music. I like making cartoons. I like adding voices to things. I like doing all of this. These are my hobbies.
We've had this question. I got crucified because I say I like to walk a lot, just nowhere. Just
Our hobbies kind of our jobs.
And I like cooking.
But they're just saying
I like
outside
cooking.
of drawing. They're just saying outside of drawing. Hobbies outside of drawing.
Pretty much, I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
I like to try to read. I try to write. I try to learn
you're
stuff.
trying to cook now.
I've been cooking lately. I've been exercising.
I used to
Feeding people,
I used to
cooking.
write songs and play music, but I don't do that as much as I used to.
You should, Corey.
You should. You're amazing.
I like learning about game design.
Yeah.
And I'm super good at jerking off. Super good. I'm like the best person I know at jerking myself off.
Me too. Just wait till you get in the ring with me. Williams all the way.
What do you mean, like
asks,
me jerking you off, or you jerking yourself off, and it's
You
like
know
a
what?
competition?
If you want.
Open to interpretation, like the left.
If anybody else jerk, I'll just say like nobody can jerk me off the way that I can jerk myself off.
That's true.
I'll say that.
But you still have to tell all the girls that they're great at it, even though they kind of hit the tip a little bit too much. You're like, God damn it, make
Too
get that
slow,
off the
too
fucking tip."
clunky. Let me
I
do
feel like
it.
they're
Then
just
it's
trying to
the
fucking
point.
rip it off. They're just like.
Can I tell you something, girls? Whenever a guy takes control, he's like, "Let me show you how to do it, idiot. Let me show you what's done, what's what."
Idiot.
You want to make it go like a blast in 2 seconds?
Oh, you know.
I'm used to grabbing my dick as hard as possible and just going as fast as I can and being like, yeah, that's force it. I'm used to this speed.
This is too real.
Corey, what
Lightning round, not
gotta go
lightning jack off round.
It's lightning round.
You're doing that so fast, your face got a little pink, and I just imagine.
That's what it is. You're just like, oh my god, it's like grip.
Oh wow, dude. All right.
Corey, did you ever learn how to jerk off? I'm actually kind of worried for your.
You'd be one of those
For your health.
Who learns how to jerk off? though? It's like, your dad doesn't
I
teach
started jerking off like 3 years ago.
If that's the way you jerk off, we need to talk later,
I've been
dude,
jerking
because
off
that's
since I was like
scary.
8.
you. I fuck my own
I
hand.
just grab the top of the head, just a little below it, and I just go up and down in the sensitive area, and that's all. I
Dude,
do.
you're gonna snap your dick off like a celery stalk and complain that you're gonna have to call somebody to go to the hospital.
No, I'm not.
I did recently get in this thing where I like to pinch the base of it and smack it around, like literally just like.
That's a
smack it.
lie. That's actually a true lie.
What I'm saying is true though.
I don't grip it so fucking hard I can feel the inside of the tendons ripping out. I fucking do it to a point where the water lubricant of the pre-cum is becoming now liquid that I can jerk off with.
Wait, you pre-cum all over your dick?
Dude,
when
you
jack
literally
off?
just went like you were like animated in ones at 60 frames. I was like, is this really how you're jerking off? This is fucking insane, dude. You can't jerk off that fast. Something bad's gonna happen.
Corey, do a jerk off face again. I want to see you jerk off
No,
face.
don't do it again.
It's really intense.
Oh yeah, now it's all like casual.
No, it's- yeah.
That's somebody called you out.
Yeah.
I'm blushing. I don't know what to say.
Williams
God.
Williams all the way asks, what's your opinion on fake boobs versus real boobs?
If they're done well, I like them. I like big fake boobs.
If I could squeeze them, next question.
Yeah, I just don't like fake boobs when they lie in their back because then it looks like these weird lumpies.
Yeah, or the ones where the
like
nipples are
insects.
pointing different directions.
I don't like fake.
I like
boobs and
titties, even if it's just like a little nipple and there's no fat.
Big
I don't
titties,
like,
real titties, big titties, small titties.
No,
that's
I
it.
don't like fake boobs when they're like the perfect circular thing.
I prefer real boobs over fake boobs. I'm not gonna be a fucking
I like
weird
big
picky.
mashed potato fake titties.
I just like girls.
Me too.
Nard Puppy asks, if you were a supervillain, what superhero would you want to be your arch nemesis?
Some dude with really
Ant-Man,
tiny
I could just
titties.
step on him.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't.
I've never watched that. I haven't seen Ant-Man.
Aquaman.
Because he's lame.
He's a fucking fish.
Aquaman's not lame, asshole. They just haven't done him justice yet.
Aquaman's lame.
They one
He's
cool thing
totally
about
not lame.
They one cool thing about Aquaman.
tell me
What is
one
that? Oh wow! I can
about
talk to
Aquaman?
fucking. I can talk to whales.
How about this?
I'm gonna stand in the ground. No whales are gonna jump out.
What do you say?
Hey, bad guy, come to the water.
What do you
Get
say?
this shit.
Ocean
Fucking have
takes
a whale
up
attack your
75%
ship.
of the planet's surface.
Excuse me, can
And
you
there's lots
please?
of creatures there.
Excuse me, can you please come into the water? I can't reach you when you're up on the ground, please.
You know what? There's no iPhones underwater.
That's so fucked up.
There's no
You're gonna see
internet.
what.
Aquaman would only be cool if there was no other superheroes in the vicinity.
You know what? I'm gonna let the community back me up on this, all you fucking assholes.
yeah. We're gonna let the
Aquaman's cool. Dude.
Aquaman's such a fucking nerd. He was put in SpongeBob.
You were such a nerd. You're fucking short bus. Fuck you.
He was Barnacle Boy and fucking Mermaid Man. That was supposed to be Aqua Boy.
Stop.
What the hell are you talking
The
about?
unpopular Puffin opinion.
What?
That's you.
Yeah, it's you.
Your meme.
Are you serious? Wait, how many people are here that hate Aquaman?
I think he's lame.
I'm neutral.
I think he's lame.
I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
I think Aquaman's
I'm
lame.
saying Aquaman's cool,
I
and
think Superman and Aquaman
people
are
are gonna
lame.
come through and tell you why.
Superman's actually lamer than Aquaman.
Oh yeah, definitely. But Aquaman's
So why didn't you say
boring.
Superman?
Because Superman
I don't want to
kill
fight
you.
I don't want to fight
Fucking
Superman.
kidding?
He's our
Are you
nemesis.
kidding me? I'm a villain who needs someone to fight. Superman will beat my ass if I don't have kryptonite. He'll rip me apart and bring me into outer space where the supernova would happen eventually.
In the desert.
Who do you
like, drag him out into the desert and then kick his ass?
Exactly.
Who do you respect more, Aquaman or Superman?
Aquaman.
Who do you
Aquaman.
respect more, Aquaman or the Invisible Woman from Fantastic Four?
Aquaman.
Invisible
Who do you
Woman.
respect more, the Human Torch or Aquaman?
The question was, who do you want to fight? Who do you
I'm a supervillain. I'm a supervillain. I'm not going on a date with them. I'm supposed to beat their fucking ass.
I
That's
don't
the
wanna-
point.
Yeah.
The point isn't to be friends with them. It's to fucking want to kill them. But it's pretty easy to stick Aquaman into a fucking pot of
This is a
boiling water and
different
burn his
tangent.
ass.
But it all depends on what my supervillain powers are, though. Like, who can I fight? Like, what do I do? What can I
Doesn't
do?
matter. Good question. And
Me?
next question.
None of them.
I actually don't remember the question.
It was if you were. It doesn't matter. If you were a villain, who do you want your arch nemesis to be? Hero.
I was just defending Aquaman for no reason.
All right.
I like Aquaman, that's all I'm saying.
Turtlernox asks, what if you guys never met? Where do you think you would be?
In a better place.
I would have definitely gone to college for graphic design, but I'd probably be fucking miserable and depressed.
Why would you go to college for graphic design? Because everyone says that's where the money's at?
No, because I was going to go to college anyways, and basically, the reason I didn't go to college was because of YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. So you
Because-
wanted to quote unquote go to college.
I didn't want to go to college, but I
that's
knew I
where
had
the
to.
money's at is graphic design or web design.
exactly.
Well, that's where the societal
Like
expectation.
I knew I wanted to do
Yeah.
cartoons. I knew I would do animation, but That was my really only clear path.
I swear to Christ, 9 out of 10 people are in college right now for graphic design.
No, and a lot of them
Fuck
don't
that
even
means.
want to be there.
No,
Absolutely.
I didn't want to be there. That was, I looked. I was seeking. Actually, I was almost going to go to college in Florida for animation because I really wanted to
It's
go for
getting
animation.
What, at Full Sail?
Really fucking hot.
Whatever the fucking place it was a super expensive college, but that's what I really wanted to go to. But I said, okay, I guess I'll go to the graphic for graphic design.
So you can be force-fed things that you didn't really care about to begin with.
I wanted to go for animation.
Well, no, I mean, granted, you.
Oh yeah.
It goes back to what they were saying about how you get more done at home by.
Oh,
yourself.
definitely, absolutely.
On a side note, Tartar Knox has been a fan of us for 5 years, they said, and wanted to thank us. Thank you very much. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Next, we've got Mohawk Aid. To Mick, do you only voice English gigs? Yep. If not, do you? No, I just do. If anything, I do some Chinese. I've done a Chinese one and it was fun.